with a potential signing for AEW and more. This is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Recalling the transition from WCW to WWE, Ernest the Cat Miller told Jeremy Lambert and Steven Jensen on the Spotlight, "Those 4 or 5 years I was in WCW, I made a hell of a lot of money. I made enough money to where I said, this is enough, I can leave wrestling now. When they decided to sell to WWE, I got paid another 3 years just to sit at home. I had 3 years of payment. That was enough money from wrestling to where I could go back in, teach karate, have money set aside for retirement and everything. Out of nowhere, Johnny Ace gave me a call and said, you need to come up to WWE. There is an opportunity up here. I think they'll like you up here. I said, I don't know if that's what I want to do. If they like me, they know who I am. Johnny Ace said, Vince McMahon doesn't know who you are. Vince knows who I am. We talked a couple of times. They offered me a real kind of lowball. Wasn't a lot of money, not enough money to make me come there and be happy. It was about $220,000 a year. I was making that in 1 month in WCW. I said, that's bottom pay, but you get pay-per-view and all this stuff I used to get in WCW. If you hit this rating, you get a bump up and they give you a little more money. He talked me into it. I said, I'm going to go up there so I can say I worked in the 2 largest companies in wrestling. It looks as though changes are coming to WWE for the new year, with PW Insider noting that the word making the rounds in WWE is that starting in the new year, the announced teams will all consist of 2-man booths. Ringside News posted the top 10 WWE superstars that had the most amount of matches last year, as it reads: Cody Rhodes 113 matches, Dominic Mysterio 106, Seth Rollins 105, Damian Priest 100, Austin Theory 98, LA Knight 98, Gunther 96, Ludwig Kaiser 95, Sami Zayn 94, and Finn Balor with 90. During a live stream on Twitch, former WWE star Shelton Benjamin said this to fans, thanking him for his contributions to pro wrestling, as he said, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, I hope to give you a few more years, cause I'm not done yet, not quite. Shelton Benjamin would also say this about his move to Raw back in 2004. My thoughts on that were, it was totally a surprise to me, I had no idea what was planned, I didn't realize how big that moment would be for me. It put me on the map. I have so much respect for Triple H for being willing to do the honors to help elevate my name. It was amazing. That whole week, that whole run was one of the best times of my career. Touching on an interesting statistic for Malakai Black in AEW, a fan wrote on X. Here's how many singles matches each House of Black member competed in throughout 2023. Julia Hart, 14, Brody King, 8, Buddy Matthews, 6, and Malakai Black, 0. Another user replied, that's what happens when you refuse to take a pin or put anyone over. Malakai Black then chimed in, usually I don't reply because these laughable takes from goofballs like this nerd is why this place is the equivalent of people opening their front doors and screaming their excrement-laced opinions into the street. However, BS never happened, isn't a thing. Happy New Year. That's my tweet for 2024. See you next year. With it previously reported that Kevin Dunn, who held the position of executive producer-in-chief of global television distribution, would be leaving WWE after more than 3 decades, WWE President Nick Khan would make it official, issuing this statement. After 40-plus years of helping to build WWE and hands down the best production and media unit in the entire sports and entertainment business, Kevin Dunn will be leaving our company as of today. Before WrestleMania 1, Kevin joined Vince at WWF. Many of us remember a pre-WrestleMania WWF, a regional wrestling company that looked like a regional wrestling company. Then we experienced WrestleMania 1, whether live, on closed circuit, or years later elsewhere, it was magic. A regional wrestling company had become a global sports entertainment juggernaut. Vince led the way side by side with Kevin Dunn. When many of us were kids standing in line waiting to play Pac-Man, Kevin was already on the road breaking his back to help build our company. When you see our product now, there is nothing that comes close to its look or feel. 52 weeks a year, 3 to 4 times a week, it is singular and truly special. No other company can or will do that, and that is because of Kevin and our media team's hard work, smarts, and determination. We are forever grateful to Kevin. He will always be part of the WWE family. Paul and I will be having an in-person meeting with the media team at Raw in San Diego today at 12 p.m. Pacific time, and with our superstars at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. We look forward to seeing many of you there, and we look forward to crushing 2024 together with all of you. For more details on Kevin Dunn's WWE exit and who could end up replacing him in his role, Ringside News wrote, Dave Meltzer wrote a bit on F4W Online in an update regarding Kevin Dunn's departure from WWE. It was noted that when Vince McMahon lost power, the expectation was for him to retire or be retired as the new people in charge formed their own team. As for a replacement as the executive producer of all the shows, there's no presumption, and Mike Manzuri's name was reportedly tossed around. It was also noted that his status with AEW is uncertain. Marty Miller's name also came up as the director, and that would bring a different perspective, especially in dealing with budgets. It was reported that initially the idea was to make Chris Kaiser the executive producer handling budgets, with Kevin Dunn focusing on making financial decisions for the shows. Speculation points to Marty Miller running the truck and Chris Kaiser handling budgets, but it's all uncertain at this point. The report went on to note that only a few knew about this change with Kevin Dunn, and most people heard about it last night were surprised. Ringside News exclusively reported that process extends back a couple of months and is linked to Vince McMahon being out of power. Dunn, with his 40 years in the company, has been in charge of production for decades, answering only to Vince McMahon. It was due to this amazing job security that some fans hated Kevin Dunn, blaming him for aspects of WWE's television production that they didn't like. Now, this change reflects the shift with Endeavor and Control because Dunn is finally gone. Ringside News exclusively reported that the groundwork for Kevin Dunn's departure was laid months ago. This was not a huge surprise for some of the company, but it will certainly go to change things. It seems WWE could be seeing more departures following the exit of Kevin Dunn, as Steve Carey of Ringside News said. Heard there's some speculation that with Vince McMahon seemingly being removed from the day-to-day, that others may be swapped out of their positions as well. Dave Meltzer added on Wrestling Observer Radio, if Kevin Dunn is gone, does that mean other people are gone? The idea is that Paul coming in and emptying out everyone at once would not go well stock market-wise. So it's going to be a slow process that this will happen. It will be one at a time, and it will not be soon. Following his loss of the AEW World title at the World's End pay-per-view, MJF is reportedly set to take some time off from the company. The man himself has noted his contract was set to expire today, as his profile on AEW's website has been removed. It remains to be seen if he ends up returning to the company or makes the jump to WWE. Outside of his removal from AEW's website, there has been no confirmation that he has left the promotion. In a video posted to his YouTube channel, Adam Pearce said this.
Hey everybody, Adam Pearce here on New Year's Eve, and thank you for giving me a minute of your time to say thank you for a wonderful yet tumultuous 2023. So much went on throughout the year, and it ended up being a wild ride, but one we're all grateful for, and one that I'm happy you went along with me on. And through. As we head into 2024 here in a few short hours, I wanted to take the opportunity not just to thank you, but to make a very special announcement. And that is going into 2024 that we are no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Got to make you understand. Never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to run around and desert you. Never going to make you cry, never going to say goodbye, never going to tell a lie and hurt you. You know, we've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside, we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're going to play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down, never going to run around and desert you, never going to make you cry, never going to say goodbye, never going to tell a lie and hurt you, never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to run around and desert you, never going to make you cry, never going to say goodbye, never going to tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside, we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're going to play it. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. I got to make you understand. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around and desert you. Never going to make you cry. Never going to say goodbye. Never going to tell a lie and hurt you. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around and desert you. Never going to make you cry. Never going to say goodbye. Never going to tell a lie and hurt you. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around and desert you. Never going to make you cry. Never going to say goodbye. Never going to tell a lie and hurt you.
To social media chief content officer of WWE, Triple H would post a photo showing that WWE had the highest social media views, merchandise revenue, sponsorship revenue, premium live event viewership, and highest grossing ticket sales ever, as he said, the biggest year in WWE history ever. This is just a glimpse of everything that WWE staff, crew, and talent accomplished in 2023, and none of it is possible without the WWE Universe. Here's to 2023, here we go, 2024. Showing appreciation for the support from fans following the passing of her mother, Jade Cargill wrote on X, "Thank you all so much for sending your love, positive words, and prayers to me and my family. The past few weeks have been tough, but having you all, my family and my friends, has made a world of difference. I'm appreciative of your support and excited to see what the new year brings because the year is mine. From my family to yours, Happy New Year. Love, Jade Cargill, Big Money Jade." Posting a picture of his battle scars from his matches at AEW World's End, Adam Copeland wrote on Instagram, "It's not a tumor. Now the work starts on becoming a two-time TNT champion." Asked for his take on the current state of professional wrestling, the Nature Boy Ric Flair told Outkick with Charlie Arnold, "I like the fact that the kids make a lot of money. That's the most important thing. Unlike myself, they are more conscious because the people around them and the culture being different of taking care of their money, paying taxes on time, stuff like that. It's really corporate now and I dress the part, but I could never think like that. I don't have the patience. AEW, very professional. It's an easier pace. There are politics everywhere in the world, but the WWE right now is very political." Flair was later asked if he thought WWE is political, to which he said, "I don't know, the fight for control. Everybody wants to run WWE. I liked the way Vince McMahon ran it, for better or worse. Everybody knew where they stood more than they do now. Social media is out of control with stories. You don't even know what's real anymore." Mentioning how Cody Rhodes paid him to be a part of a battle royal for the first AEW All-In event in 2018, Ethan Page told the Bragman Breakdown, "I don't know if this is officially confirmed or not, so I don't know how clickbaity this will be. I'm 99% sure. I'm pretty sure Cody paid me out of pocket. I want to say he hand-selected a few people that he wanted to feature. He put the show on with his buddies. Later on, there was the tie-in with Ring of Honor. Ultimately, my payment came from his name to my PayPal, so I'm pretty sure I was hand-selected by my friend to get this opportunity. He also put in the media scrum. He was definitely looking out. I'll always deliver on my end to make sure whoever puts their neck out for me is not doing it in a way that is going to get them in trouble. He definitely put his foot forward for me. Ironically, when I was signing with AEW, he told me that he wouldn't because he didn't want me to be a friend hire, and that's how I started my career. I respected that. He's always had my back, and I appreciate him putting me in that because it was such a huge spotlight." On Instagram, WWE star Shotzi uploaded a video where she can be seen singing a duet with her new husband. Prior to the Monday Night Raw Day 1 episode, The Rock could be seen backstage with WWE President Nick Khan.
Douchebag who clearly has no past. So you left The Rock no choice but to work your candy ass. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Tonight, after all this ass kicking, Rock is going to go out in San Diego. I'm a little hungry. I'm going to go get something to eat. When The Rock goes out to get something to eat tonight in San Diego, should The Rock sit in a booth? Or should The Rock sit at the bar? Yeah, Rock loves the bar too. Or should The Rock sit at the head of the table?
Giving an update on his recovery from injury as he's been out of action for the past 8 months, Braun Strowman told the Ranveer show, "I'm doing great. Every day I'm getting better and pushing forward. I just got cleared to start lifting weights again, which is a huge step forward since my surgery. WWE took unbelievable care of me. I'm putting the size back on. I'm a little fluffy, so yeah, I just got cleared like 2.5 weeks ago to fully start lifting weights again. I'm still on the no contact to the head, no taking bumps and stuff like that, so it's still going to be another month or two before we start easing back into the ring. But when it's time to go, we're going." Going over the status of pro wrestling free agent and former WWE star Mercedes Mone, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful said, "Those that we've spoken to expect her to land in All Elite Wrestling, though nobody could confirm she signed on the dotted line. Of late, in both WWE and AEW, there have been instances, specifically with Will Ospreay and CM Punk, where the physical contracts were not signed until the day of their appearances with AEW and WWE respectively. One source claimed that they heard AEW and Mercedes were close to agreeing on terms, but said it's never official until it's official. Dave Meltzer previously noted in the Wrestling Observer that she was absolutely talking with WWE. From what I was told, they were far apart on money. There was one person in WWE who said, until she shows up and signs a contract, just remember what happened with CM Punk. I was told that this afternoon, just remember what happened with Punk. I was told that by multiple people that they were far apart on money. The other thing with her is she has other things with her, whether it's acting or other companies she's involved in that could be an issue. With AEW, I think she would have more freedom to act, although WWE would probably give you more freedom now than under Vince because he's such a controlling person." And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.